Hey, Nick, are you ready to scream?
Scream for what?
Just, Scream, the movie.
No. I thought you were supposed to scream and then I scream.
We all scream for ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Strawberry.
Rocky, don't ask me again.
I also like the Tonight Dough from...
Tonight Dough?
Yeah, it's Jimmy Fallon's...
I got you Tonight Dough right here.
It's Jimmy Fallon's... Ben and Jerry's, but I like strawberry. If we're just going with the regulars.
If I'm buying a box, it'll be Neapolitan.
Y'all love Neapolitan because then you get all in one.
I like Manson and chocolate.
When I was a kid, I dug Superman, and then I just took me years
Realized
to figure out it's just vanilla.
Yeah.
It's just tie-dye vanilla.
Yeah.
But
Whoops.
it still tastes different because your mind tricks you into it. That's why it's so delicious. And they give it, dude, whenever I got my wisdom teeth pulled, I asked for Superman ice cream, and everybody asked why, and I said I won't be able to taste anything. So fuck it. I want to look at it. like, it's cool. Hey, guys, it's your favorite final girl and boy, Emily and Nick, and your favorite final... Mike, coming at you with a new episode of Gag Me of the Night, a weekly podcast where we dissect, disembowel, and shred the best and worst slasher movies. We're gonna
gag on.
Jesus Christ,
gag on.
We're gonna gag on 1981. Yes, you heard it right. 1981's Scream.
Because it sucks.
Emily's
gonna read. Also, we have a new Patreon. Her name's Heather. So thank you so much.
I'll be right back.
I hope that's her name. Scream stars Woody Strode and Hank Warden. Pepper Martin and Hank Warden as the victims in one of the most horrifying murder mysteries ever filmed.
This is a turkey.
What started out as a relaxing escape from reality becomes an all too real lesson in survival when a demented madman unveils a plan to torture for a group of vacationers. I can't even read. A group of friends decide to take a rafting trip down the Rio Grande River in West Texas. After a long day on the rapids, they come upon a quaint, deserted little town, a place that would be nice to spend the night. As the evening descends, 3 of the campers are murdered in bizarre fashion. The next morning, the others awake to find their rafts destroyed, trapped in a ghost town at the mercy of a psychotic maniac. The killer strikes and strikes again, each time leaving no clues, not even a footprint. The terror must come to an end, but just how do they stop a killer they can't see? When you're murdered in a ghost town, no one can hear you. Scream! 1981, your thoughts?
Man, I like the ghost town aspect of it.
I thought that it was a good setting, but they didn't use it.
Yeah, but and also, I'm not trying to spoil it too early. I like the supernatural aspect, but a horrible movie.
Also,
horrible fucking movie.
My diabolical plan of making Mike watch Scream 91 and Scream 96 worked.
Yeah.
You paired
No.
something I said multiple times
sure worked.
with something that was 10 times worse.
Yeah.
It just has no, it's not that it lacks in character development. You don't even know who the characters are.
No.
I got 3 of the 12 names matched up. That's a really low percentage.
Yeah, there's a death that I listed, but I don't even know when it happens. I just know it's in between one and another one.
There's a shitty couple and their father-in-law, the guy's father-in-law. There is a fat guy named Lou who everybody picks on. There's 2 younger fellas, kind of dressed like cowboys, and some guys that smoke cigarettes and drink beer, and 3 women who have no idea who they are.
No,
except one's the wife.
Yeah, nothing
One
happens.
creeps around the flashlight.
There are way too many. I told you in Hide and Go Shriek, I like that I think there are 4 or 5 survivors.
Yeah.
But there's enough stuff going on to where it's okay, cool. There are 8 murders in this movie. But I don't
There's
know
like 8 survivors.
who else is in it. Like, I could not tell the difference between any of these characters.
I think there's like, let's
nothing
get
is
some old
developed,
cowboys,
man.
put them
Like-
in a ghost town.
But don't use
town.
the ghost town.
Well, the way I feel about
To
it
your
is like,
advantage
dude,
at all.
no.
There's more ghosts
all
than
this
town.
shit could have been utilized like in a different way. Like it could have been done
could have
in a
been
cooler
something.
way, especially with this. Like
We were gonna
anyway,
be somebody.
get us started, Mike.
Sorry, Byron Quisenberry.
Oh, he only made one
you
more
talking
movie.
about
He's
Mary
more
Shelley-
of a, he's
Mary
actually
Shelley's
a
husband?
stuntman.
Yeah, he's a stuntman. He
Lord
did the stunts
Byron.
in Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
did another guy. But
So
whatever, it doesn't matter.
this one starts out, it's like a slow panning shot. I thought it was a motel room because it looks like a motel room painting. And there's some figurines sitting there. One of them's a chef for sure. There's a clock striking probably 12. And
Don't even know.
and it's
Clock strikes 12. It's Saturday night. Money in my pocket and it feels all right.
but at this point in the movie,
Gonna stay out late. Are you singing a Cheap Trick wrong?
so it
Trick song?
pans back to the figurines, and 2 of them have their heads cut off, and the other one's looking guilty with some blood on him. And I was like, oh, cool. There's gonna be killer figurines. There's no killer figurines in this movie, but I guess that there's some pretty scenery. I'm not sure where this was shot, but Emily might know.
No, probably Texas, I guess. That's what it says.
Is that where they're supposed to be, Texas?
Yeah.
I thought it was California because they
It
were
says
talking about gold.
the Grand Rio, or
Rio Grande.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I guess
thought
it is
was.
Texas.
I mean, I can look.
But yeah, it's real pretty. And there's a bunch of people on a raft, and you can.
It's like it's Western.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Western.
It is a Western. It's supposed to be a Western.
Like 5 of these guys are all the
slasher.
movies with John Wayne and shit.
Yeah.
But you like this. I couldn't hear what the fuck they were saying except one guy's like,
because it was
"Hey,
like
dude,
a Robert Altman movie at the beginning.
Mumblecore."
It was just, no. It was, I mean, it's Robert Altman.
So I did
Is
hear
it
somebody
Robert?
be
Is
like,
it Robert?
"Hey, you got a soft drink?"
It is Robert Altman. Is the
Thanks.
same Robert or Roger Altman? Robert Altman. That did like 3 Women and
Yeah.
Nashville, all the, and like his whole thing is like people talking over each other all the time.
And
Much
that
like this
would happen in a
podcast.
group of 12 rafters, especially while they're on the fucking raft.
Alan Alda?
Which is a-
No, Robert Altman.
Alan Alda.
No, his name is
He's in
Robert
MASH.
Altman.
He directed himself in MASH.
Okay.
So they have to hike up. They land their boats, their rafts, and they're hiking up this hill. And this is the first of many times we're going to see Lou, the fat guy, the only character that you like get to know at all because he's a schlub. And it's like, oh, he's pacing. Oh, Lou's eating.
Lou's eating.
Everybody's watching Lou and making fun of Lou. Lou's like,
He's not
Lou
allowed
and
to
Woody
breathe
Strode.
without anyone like saying anything
Lou
to him.
and Woody Strode were like the
They
parts
only
of this
talk
movie that I
about
like.
him and coffee.
Yeah, they drink a lot of coffee.
They have a
Less
lot
annoying.
of coffee.
It's like the Franklin syndrome from like Texas Chainsaw
Yeah, but he
Massacre.
didn't do anything to
Yeah,
warrant
well,
them
yeah,
being
yeah,
so mean
but-
to
but-
him.
But he's
You
not
know what
that
I mean,
fat,
like,
and
it's
he's
a-
pretty
it's a-
nice. He
Why
gets
not?
bullied out of saying what he wants. to
Sure,
say.
yeah, but Franklin earned his bullying.
Yeah,
this is
that's
not
what
a-
I'm saying. It's like
this
he
is not a
didn't.
Franklin
This is
character.
No, I
mean-
know what you mean, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
maybe they were going for that, but they didn't make him annoying. So it's like
he's just picked on.
that's what I'm saying.
Incessantly.
Yeah.
The difference is Franklin, even though invalid, fucking earned his fucking penance, not from Leatherface. Let me clear that up. Like,
well, who knows?
Whoa.
But, I mean,
no,
Leatherface
he
might
didn't.
have been
He wasn't annoying enough to be like dismembered by a chainsaw. Like
Shadow action.
shadow
that
sex.
wasn't a shadow.
He got shadow fucked with that chainsaw.
Is that shadow sex?
So they're
You must
staying.
have liked this movie. There were a lot of shadows.
They're staying. They're staying at a ghost town. When they show up, one of the girls, I don't know any of their names because they don't really make a big deal out of it.
No, they really don't.
You're not supposed to know these characters except Lou. And one of the girls has a strange feeling. I guess she can tell there's ghosts.
No,
Because she said she has a chill.
had a chill, yeah.
She had a chill. And there's
Around
two.
there is when my brain turned off and I stopped really
There's two
kind of
like
watching
business
it.
guys
Well, I
because
mean, it's easy with this movie, but it's like
one of them's like, no business on this trip. This is pleasure only. And he starts talking to a lady. This is where we see Pepper Martin, a professional wrestler from the Portland territory back in the day, and his wife.
He was also in Superman 2.
Yeah. And they are the couple whose father-in-law is there. Papa. Do you
In
know?
Superman 2, he played Papa?
No, Pepper Martin. I don't know who he
Pepper
played Superman 2, but it's on the box.
Yeah, he did play Superman. I know, I saw it on there.
He's got a lot
I'll
of
tell you
shit.
in a minute. He was a big, like, Western guy back in the day.
Superman 2, that was still a Richard Donner film.
Yeah, I know. He
Dick
was
Donner, if you will.
Rocky in Superman 2.
Who's Rocky?
I don't know.
Like the boxer?
I'm trying to think.
Just kidding. So
Yeah, Rocky showed up, but it's Pepper Martin.
Superman 2, never mind.
Hey, Superman,
go on, Mike.
can I get a lift to the
let's get through
stadium?
this. Punch through it, man.
Okay, so
Scream through it, Mike.
this is where we meet the father-in-law, Papa. There's some singing in the night.
His name is Papa. It's Papa John, actually. No, I'm not joking.
Oh, God, what? Oh,
His name is Papa John.
Papa John, yeah.
Oh,
It's
shit.
Papa John.
Oh, no.
So he's singing like Clementine in the night. There's a girl wandering with a flashlight. She does that a couple times. And later on she gets thrown through cans, and I thought, she hates these cans.
No, yeah,
Like the jerk.
I see what you did there.
I've never seen The Jerk.
Oh, what?
Patreons.
Whoa,
We need-
whoa.
Nope, it has to be horror movie.
It's horrific that you haven't seen The
Didn't
Jerk.
they pump the fucking
It's
brakes?
the funniest movie ever made, probably.
She wouldn't like it.
Little Shop of Horrors, Clue.
Animal House.
I can't remember what your
My
list
top
was.
favorite comedies are Animal House, Revenge of the Nerds. Porky's is up there.
Porky's. Man, everybody talks bad about Porky's, but I thought the guys in Porky's.
Superbad is up there. The Hangover's up there. I don't know. Borat's
I thought
probably
the
up
Porky
there.
guys were sweeter than the Superbad guys.
Well, they were, and also it was
They
set in
had
the.
good
People are
hearts.
like, well, it's racially. There's racial shit, and I'm like, yeah, but it's set in like the 50s. So, and if you watch Porky's 2 the next day, which is just almost.
Dude, I watched all three of them
it's
back to
almost,
back to
The
back.
third
It was a
one's
while
the third
back.
one's horrible, but
The second one's
one
where
is
they're
good.
fighting. They're like
They
gonna
fight the Ku
destroy
Klux
the.
Klan, but they're trying to do that play.
Which ones were the one where they tear up the bar?
That's the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the second one they're trying to do a play, but then they end up fighting the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
So,
What happens in the third one?
not a lot.
Okay.
It's called Porky's Revenge, but I don't really remember. It's awful.
I remember that movie.
Okay, well, what happens in it?
Not that, like, I haven't seen.
Does
the
Porky get his revenge?
Dude, I haven't seen Porky's. I have seen Porky's and Porky's Revenge, but I haven't seen that shit in 15 years.
Oh,
And
sorry, 16 Candles
This
is
shit
up
just-
there.
no, no,
Breakfast
this shit
Club,
just made me
Pretty in Pink.
Dude,
I love
this
those.
just,
What about
this shit
Ghostbusters?
just.
Love
That's what I was about to
Ghostbusters.
say.
1 and 2.
I haven't seen Ghostbusters in over 10 years.
Yeah,
shit.
I
One
watched
or
it. I
two.
watched it recently, but do you remember this when you were little? They only showed part 2 on TV all the time. They barely showed part 1 on TV.
Well,
part
in
2
the
would
90s,
be on all
in
the
the
time
early
on TV.
90s, it was Ghostbusters 2, and then, like, if you had USA or whatever, if you could, like, dial it in, it was the Toxic Avenger, but it was, like, 30 minutes long.
They had to cut that.
They had to cut.
But
No,
yeah,
seriously.
I remember seeing Ghostbusters one time on TV, and then after that,
Your
every time one of the
love keeps
Ghostbusters was on
lifting
TV, it was
me
always the second
higher
one. The second one
I
was
never
on
saw
all.
the first one on TV.
I saw it one time on TV, and then
Of syndicated television.
yeah,
or
on
whatever.
syndicated one time, and then after that, it was always the second one for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, back to since we were talking about ghosts, and this movie is
No,
ghosts.
Mike's starting a
We
solo,
see,
a
there's
solo
a-
album over there.
There's a dad jump scare. He scares his daughter.
Our editor said that he needs to stop talking over us, and I was like, I
Jump
think.
scare.
I was like, I think that
That's
was
a good,
no. He said
dude,
Mike.
that's actually a good
He
band
said
name.
Mike
Dad
needs to
Jump
Mike needs to
Scare.
stop talking over you guys, and I was like, well, to be fair, we had a whole side conversation about Boys to Men while he was trying to talk about the movie, so that wasn't really his
Yeah,
fault.
I think you guys might be talking over me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just keep
And
going,
about like
and it's
Barber,
bullheaded.
about like Quartet,
Sorry, editor.
and how they were violent.
Oh, he listens. That's so sweet.
Me?
No, the
No,
editor.
we know you don't.
I'm sorry for all the bullshit you have to listen to me say.
What?
I'm apologizing to the editor.
I
for
think,
my
again.
I think actually what we need to do is
historical outbursts.
just be better at giving each other time to talk.
Space.
Come correct.
I'll try to not talk over you guys.
No, I mean, I just think it'd be
No,
better
no,
if we
you're
all
the narrator.
respected each
Yeah,
other's
for sure.
time to talk.
There are certain times where a little bit
Hey,
of...
shut up.
Yes, Nick.
Fuck
Sorry.
off. Get on with it.
Speaking of ghosts, Speaking of ghosts, there's some
Hey,
menacing.
Nick.
There's some menacing mists, and some dudes are getting ready to go to sleep.
Miss.
Yeah, menacing mist.
Mist.
That's when I kind of was like,
Mist?
"Is this a ghost? A mist or smoke or something?"
Mist.
Sure.
A
Yeah,
mist.
yeah.
There's a lot of
Okay, I
cigarette.
thought
There's
you
a
said-
lot of
I
cigarette
thought you
smoking
said
in this
mist,
movie.
like M-I-S-S, and I was like, I think you
Mist.
say mist.
Misty night.
They were smoking misties.
There's crickets. You hear somebody laughing. There's a guy smoking. Lou wakes up out of nowhere and he hears some footsteps and he hides under his blanket. And then we see that lady with a flashlight and she keeps, I guess, flashing the
I need
flashlight.
some WD-40.
Is it the guy?
She's
it's probably the
flashing
ghost.
the
Does anyone-
flashlight
does
like
anyone
she's
have
like
it?
showing
Spoiler
her.
alert,
Like,
the killer is the ghost.
Do either of y'all have
that you never
WD-40?
see.
I'm not even
Dude,
joking.
Dude, isn't that That's Duster. Never mind.
No, do anyone...
It would look similar.
do you want some of that?
There
It's not
is-
Quaaludes. It's a duster.
No, does somebody know? Can we bring it over here to oil this chair?
We should get my door while
Well,
we're at it. Hey,
the
guys,
duster ain't gonna
we
do
need
it.
some WD-40 if you could send that on through the snail mail.
With the Quaaludes.
Give
I
me a
need a new
shout-out.
door too.
These
Yeah,
guys need
box of
Quaaludes and
Quaaludes and
WD-40.
And I need a new
My
door.
door
I need a new door for. I
screams.
need a new door for my other room.
This is the movie of creaky doors. My door screams when you open it.
That would be a scarier movie than this movie.
It probably is. A
Sounds like a cat in heat.
Opening his door and seeing what he's doing inside.
yeah,
Much
yeah.
scarier than this movie.
Oh, look at that guy's taking notes on bad movies. Let's watch. All right, speaking of watching, back to the movie.
Terrifying.
He has 6 movies going on at the same time. When you kept saying in the Friday the 13th retrospective, you were like, I just watched that movie. We were like, how many movies were you watching at the same time? Because it was like, the way you made
Just
it
a
I
couple.
understood what you were saying, but the way you made it sound was that you would watch 7, 4, 6, and 5 like all at the same time.
No,
Like,
contiguous.
continuously, not contiguously. Word.
What is contiguous?
I like
Contiguous is
that.
something.
Contiguous.
Continuously.
I watched them contiguously.
Not concurrently, but consecutively.
Consecutively, that's the word.
Contiguous.
So somebody's watching the girls sleep, and one of them wakes up,
Redonkulous.
and she's like, "Laura, wake up!" And we see the flashlight flashing, and then there's an old man drinking beer and whistling Clementine.
Who's Clementine?
Oh, my darling.
Oh, he's just singing.
He's just whistling Clementine.
Okay. I thought it might have been a name in the movie that I
He's
didn't
being
know
watched.
about.
And he's walking, and he sits on this barrel, and he hears. I think he hears the flashlight lady. But then the flashlight lady goes into this barn.
He
It's one of the
can hear
ghost
the
buildings, and somebody gets hanged.
'Cause I
Like
heard the lightning in
somebody
your
gets hanged, and they fall out.
eyes.
God damn it! Somebody gets hanged, and she screams, and everybody comes running.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this guy got hanged. One of us is a killer because they're all gathered together
Do you
now.
want me to give you the names of the girls?
Justine, Andrea, and
No.
Josephine.
Marion, Laura, Adriana,
I didn't catch any of this.
Janice, Maggie.
There's that many.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't
I
catch
think Maggie's
any
the
of
old
their
lady
fucking
that
names.
shows up at the very end.
Dude,
Yeah.
what is the cowboy's name at the... I don't
Rudy.
know.
Oh,
There's
the
Rudy,
oh,
it's
you
like
mean
Dan.
Cowboy Corey
you mean
or something
the
like
you mean like
Charlie.
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 Charlie's
Charlie,
Woody Strode,
yeah.
the ghost.
Yeah.
Like, no,
He is also
the
a ghost.
dude who,
but
like,
no,
kills
he's a
the
ghost too. He's also a
I
ghost.
get that he's been, like,
Y'all were
hunting
putting the
the
horse
fucking, like...
ahead of the
Okay, this is...
wait,
this,
the
I'm
cart
sorry.
ahead of the horse.
I'm sorry.
Who knows?
No, sorry.
The killer and the guy that kills the killer are ghosts.
Yeah.
So just by the way,
Cowboy
They're
Charlie.
fucking ghosts,
Cowboy
man.
Charlie
They are
and Sailor Ross.
ex-living people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So after they find the hanged man, whose name we don't really know, Lou blows his nose.
His name's Alan.
Everybody's gathered
His name's
together
Alan.
in one of the ghost buildings.
His name's Alan.
Alan has been hung, and he's got a friend. He's one of the business guys, I think. And his
Oh
friends.
my God, like Business Wayne. Remember Business Wayne from Home Sweet Home?
Wait.
We called him Business Wayne because he was like, I have business to do here. And it's just like
yeah,
gambling.
the dad. Okay.
No, the friend of the dad.
Oh, the friend of the dad. That's
yeah,
like
we called
on,
him
trying to
Business
use the
Wayne.
phone.
Yeah, he
betting on
haunts
football
the phone
games.
because he's trying to do like he's gambling on the football game.
Yeah.
So Business Wayne, much like Business Allen, I guess.
Well, they're getting down to the business. Pepper Martin's character, the husband with the father-in-law and shit, they all start talking about like, oh, is there a murderer? Is it one of us? You're the murderer. No, maybe it's somebody from the outside. But the bearded guy...
You think they know each other better enough than that?
No.
They start blaming the business.
This like horribly executed in like
guys.
a very... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just saying there's some suspicion is put on the friend of the dead guy. Like, you don't see that upset about
the next guy that dies?
Yeah, Ross.
In 6 minutes later, yeah.
So we see some farm implements up on the wall. There's like a cleaver, a scythe, and an axe.
Oh, that's not the captain.
And
Sorry.
the friend, Ross...
He's
like,
unnamed. Sorry.
Ross is going to go get some beer for everybody, I think. And he goes where the beer is, which I think is the bar. And we hear a struggle. Oh, the door closes by itself. And somebody's smoking a cigarette. And I guess he's dead now. They put him with his friend. They're like, we're going to put the corpses in the smokehouse.
Sweet.
Right? So we see Papa. He's stumbling around with a flashlight.
Papa John.
And he gets attacked.
He's with a flashlight and a
how
pan
I
pizza.
knew he was attacked. I knew he was attacked because the flashlight.
Some pepperoncinis and some garlic.
The flashlight just falls on the ground, and it just fucking the camera stays on the flashlight for like 12 seconds or something.
Yeah, and we don't know how
wiggle.
he's killed either. It just says murdered.
His hand wiggles and he's gone. And then we hear.
Papa John.
Then we hear someone scream, "Papa!
John, where's the pizza?"
The daughter found him. That's pretty sad.
We
don't know which one though. I hope they found the pizza though.
She's the wife. The daughter is also
we don't
the wife.
know her name though.
Josephina.
That's not a name of anyone in this movie.
Oh, Laura.
Okay, Josephina or Laura, whatever.
Yeah, I knew. It's
like
hard
you
to
see
keep
the
track.
cleaver flashing.
I didn't know the name of any of these
You see the cleaver flashing, and then you see the cleaver back on.
Ensemble cast.
I wouldn't call it ensemble.
I wouldn't either. But I'm just saying it's a lot.
There were a lot of people in it. I wouldn't call it an ensemble cast.
Dicky Pancakes.
This is no birdcage.
So everybody's together again, right?
Ew.
And now the daughter is humming a lullaby because her dad died, and we see that the farming implements again, because we saw the cleaver flash, even though we never saw it hit Papa. But it's back on the wall and it's bloody.
It definitely killed Ross, but it did. We don't.
It's bloody.
Yeah, no, it killed Papa John too. So never mind.
Pepper Martin's cutting a promo on everybody, and Lou has to pee, but he just goes back to sleep, I guess, because it's sun up now. And the group goes back to the river.
See, this is a
and
perfect
it never
time
shows
for
the
them
boats. So I
to
was
take.
like, I guess the boats are destroyed.
They
and
are
it's a
destroyed.
30 mile walk.
But this would have been a perfect time to take advantage of the ghost town scenery.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
They just showed
use
the pretty scenery.
They didn't use it at all. It's
They
like
showed nature instead of
they
the
should
ghost
have gone
town.
into the abandoned buildings and done shit in there. That would have been cool.
Found some
I
weird.
thought the coolest shit about the movie was the ghost town.
They should have done some
too.
Goonie
Me
shit
too.
and like found like a pirate's fucking treasure map or something.
And One-Eyed Willie should have been there.
Chester Copperpot.
Chester Copperpot is definitely.
It's my mom's
it reminded me a
favorite
little
piece.
bit of like the '70s version of Westworld or whatever, with Yul Brenner or whatever.
Yeah.
One of them says, "Looks like rain," and they're back in the town, and Lou's goofing around, and he somehow ends up in the corpse room, smokehouse, and he can't get the door back open, and he thinks one of the bodies is breathing. But I guess he tells himself it's just him, because when everybody can see him again, they're just standing on like one of the porches. He like acts like everything's cool.
He's just
like,
hanging out in the dead bodies room.
I didn't just see a body breathing. I must have just been tripping. So they're just standing around. Lou's like, I'm hungry. And this is when the motorcycle guys show up. And like they don't even. So 3 of their people have been murdered. They don't even try to wave these motorcycle guys down. Mm-hmm. They're just like, what are they doing? And like when the guys show up, they're like, we're lost. We don't know what the fuck is going on. So one of them, Stan, one of the cowboy guys,
he leaves and goes with them.
He leaves on one of the motorbikes with one of the people who showed up on the motorbike, and one of the motorcyclists stays with the crew.
Is it Rod that stays?
Yeah. Right?
I think so.
Or is it Jerry?
Jerry's the one that I don't know when he died.
I'm gonna pull Emily. I wrote, "This is dumb," with three U's. So they're going to go to the nearest ranch, which we heard was 30 miles away, and they're going to get help.
I don't understand that. I understand. I'm like,
they send runners.
Yeah.
For distress signal, but
Like,
they're gone more than 4 hours. We were told by Rob that it's going to be like 4 hours because it's 2 hours each way. So we get that report, and then there's this. Oh, it's been 6 hours, and they're still not back. And
It feels like it's been a lifetime.
it's night now. It's night now, and oh wait, no. First they eat, and everybody just watches Lou eat. Seriously, like he's eating kind of fast. He eats like I eat at McDonald's quarter pounder or some bullshit, you know. But if I was eating fries and a burger, I know would you guys just stare at me?
Like, it was the rock and roll movie where we just watched a girl. Like,
October Blood, where we watched her take a whole bath.
Yeah, and like there's just like somebody walking around the outside of the house, and it's like, well, this girl is like showering and like about to brush her teeth, and it's like it was a real time like bath.
I will attack.
It was like watching him in real time eat that whole meal.
I'll take a bath.
What was the song?
I'm back.
Rainbow Eyes.
Rainbow Eyes. Okay.
Rainbow Eyes.
I don't even know if that's how it goes. I just know that she says
It's
it.
you've got
Rainbow Eyes.
You've got
that is
rainbow
how it
eyes.
goes.
Anyway, back to it, Mike.
You've got
I lost
rainbow
my place.
eyes.
Rainbow Eyes.
I missed the days of
Sucks.
October Blood after watching
So
this movie.
it's nighttime now, and there's a radio playing, like a boombox that I think a ghost turns off in hindsight. There's an alarm clock that starts waking up
It's
Lou.
2020, so
Lou has an alarm clock, and he's like, "Where's everybody else?" And then he runs around some, and there's a tarantula on his hands. Ah! He screams, and he runs, and everybody hears him running. They're like, "We were looking for you, dude." And
Losers.
this is dumb.
get in, losers. We're going shopping.
So Lou finds his hat, and then there's coffee. Everybody has coffee, and one of the girls asked Rob, the biker, if he had any grass, and he's like, "No, I don't smoke." And
Loser.
they're like, "It's been 6 hours. This is where the 6 hour mark is." And he's the motorcycle Rob guy. He's like, "I'm gonna go get some more coffee," and he sees a weird mirror, and then it just flying through the fucking wall. And Rudy is like, "Damn!" And they all go in there and they look at something at the bar, maybe a broken mirror. And again, he goes, "Damn!" And they all look at this thing. I couldn't figure out what they were
But
looking
Rod,
at.
is this where Rod gets thrown out of the...
Yeah, he gets thrown out of the fucking wall.
That was
yeah.
okay. So this is at the 48-minute mark. Okay, then next is death. Jerry dies, but I did not.
But
I didn't see his death at all. I couldn't figure out when
There's
it
a
was.
fun thing here where the people are arguing, and one of the girls being kind of rough with the husband character, and he's like, "Hey, stuff it," and she's like, "Kiss off, mister," and the guy's wife's just like, "Fuck. Do we really need to be causing each other more pain? Aren't we suffering enough?" I was holy shit, lady.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I remember that part because it was really poorly acted.
This is when they make the can alarm.
Is.
They put together a bunch of tin cans on a string.
Yeah,
so
they
can
decided
hear,
to like set a trap.
because they can't. Every time they think they can be like, "Hey, here you are, killer. We got you." There's nothing there.
Yeah, there are no footprints or anything.
Yeah. So we hear the cans jingling, but Rudy yells, "It was just a possum." And they're sitting together some more, and the exploring girl goes exploring again.
The exploring girl.
There's a focus on the axe on the farm implement wall, and we see it coming off the wall. We never do see a hand. Pretty smart. It's like they showed the scythe, but the version I watched was so dark I couldn't tell if it had blood on it. I don't think it did because
It kills Andy, but there's
We get-
Jerry dies in between Ron
so
and
it goes
Andy, and I don't know
cleaver,
where that happened.
axe.
Yeah, the cleaver. Yeah.
Is that a
yeah.
scythe? Is that the correct term?
Yes.
Yeah.
For the
Or
big
no,
one?
a scythe.
There's a sickle and a scythe.
An axe kills Andy. Actually, I'm sorry, but Jerry dies off
Well, no,
screen.
wait. You're
Okay.
right. A sickle is like the Children of the Corn thing.
One's
Yeah.
one-handed
Yeah.
I
and
think
one's
they're
got
like-
two
Okay.
hands.
No. Yeah.
No, it's a scythe though.
So
at the
the
end, Bob.
exploring girl, she's like, she wakes up and is like, oh shit, something's fucked up. Maybe she's the one at the very beginning that said she had a bad feeling.
Probably.
But she
One
like
that had a
wakes
chill.
up and then starts crawling out of the fucking house. And she runs and it's like you can tell something's chasing her, probably with an axe. But she flies through the cans. And again, I thought, she hates these cans. And you see the axe flashing, but did it hit her?
No.
Like somehow she passed out, but she's all right. And it's almost midnight. It's like 2 to midnight. And then it goes away. And then it shows the clock and it's midnight. Oh no. Lou is sulking.
I don't know.
And Lou's sitting
no
there
clue.
like not looking happy, and he gets scared by an owl. He's like, what's that? And we hear a door creaking because I guess midnight's the ghosting hour. And I see mist again.
Yeah.
There's more sinister mist. Sinister mist. You hear a bell. Oh, and maybe this mist isn't so... This mist is all right because there's a Rottweiler and a cowboy with an extra horse.
This is what I'm
Jerry
doing. Yeah,
is under
yeah.
the blanket. Jerry's
Charlie, right?
Jerry dies.
Yeah, but he's the one Charlie brings. Charlie's Woody Strode.
yeah.
He's a bad motherfucking cowboy.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Fuck yeah. And this is the dude from the Italian Connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
His
Once
name
upon a time
is
in the West, Woody Strode.
Woody Strode.
So they get Woody Strode inside, and it takes forever lighting his pipe and forever turning his head.
So did Jerry die right there?
Jerry had been found dead by Woody Strode.
Okay, because so it
Yeah.
doesn't
Woody
say
Strode brought Jerry,
So
the
it-
motorcycle
probably
man.
around an hour or something. Because
Yeah.
Okay.
But we don't see what kills him or anything.
Andy doesn't die till an hour and 13 minutes, and that's after we hear this story.
But yeah.
He said, he's
tells
like,
the
I was a
legend.
sailor once.
And we're like, you're a cowboy now. What?
I know,
You can-
it's
they're not
extremely
mutually
confusing.
So
or
he shows,
conflicting.
he shows off his
Both.
fancy compass. He's got a really nice compass that's shiny. At first I thought it was a watch, and then
It's
I
a
was like,
ghost compass.
Ghost compass. And a door opens while he's there.
It points to no north.
Him and the dog are kind of freaking out, and he leaves. I guess he's going ghost hunting for the other ghost. That's not him.
Unnamed.
And you
It's the unnamed captain's ghost.
I guess you have to read their faces. You've got to read their
that?
faces to be like,
Unnamed captain.
He doesn't have a name. I thought it was Ross,
The
but
people
Ross
are
is the first guy
disturbed.
second guy that got killed.
yeah, he's the bearded guy.
Yeah, I guess, whatever. I don't remember any of these people. And I watched it today.
So
Like, I have no idea what I watched.
Charlie
Watched it last
leaves.
night.
Charlie's like, I'm going to go ghost hunting. He doesn't say that. And they see some light, and they go check out the light. And there's a rat. Oh no. And Rudy's like, fuck this. I'm going to get a lantern and some coffee. Don't go outside. And when he goes and gets the coffee, he hears some creaks.
Only 86 minutes, though.
And then everybody's sitting together, and Lou's just pacing the ground. And the Pepper Martin wrestler's like, sit down. And somebody in this is sniffing a lot. It's like every time it shows them, one of them is sniffling. Like, I guess they had
Maybe
some
they're
blows.
crying.
Yeah, but there's not like sobs. It's
know.
just
Well, maybe they're softly
probably-
crying.
I bet our podcast sounds like this. I'm just, sorry guys, I'm just breathing.
only-
I'm breathing over here.
No, it's only when you're asking for Quaaludes.
Pepper Martin, that's Bob.
Yeah, Bob, the husband.
Yeah.
So we hear a fast heartbeat. There's some coughing. There's some pounding on the door. They open. It doesn't seem like anybody's there. But then Stan stumbles back into the scene. And we never really hear him talk, even though they're trying to be like, Stan, what happened out there?
No, he never tells them.
They're like, get the first aid kit and some coffee. Andy goes to get the first aid kit. And we hear the ghost footsteps. And Andy's thrown across the room.
Yeah, his head's bashed into a wall, and then he's thrown off a balcony and decapitated with an axe.
Yeah. And I thought the axe
This was
effect.
kind of the only
It's the only
portion of
effect.
the
It's a good
movie
effect.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was a
Axe
good effect.
effects looked
Yeah,
alright.
it looked okay. I mean, it was really dark, so they didn't really have to do much, but
I hate that about these movies, but this is
It's like we got enough for one.
is this
I
the
was-
site
I
you're
was-
speaking of?
I was trying to find something to like about this movie.
It's hard.
Yeah,
No, there's.
and it's
that's a good
hard
part.
right now.
Sometimes I thought the score had problems, but then they kept going. It was like overused, so
Yeah.
It's not
it just sounded silly at a certain point.
good.
Well, we're almost at the end of the movie, so.
Yeah, we're almost there. Let's. Bob Pepper Martin, he goes outside to smoke alone. Like, I thought you guys weren't going outside alone, whatever. And
But it's
he gets
Bob.
killed by the scythe. What do I call him?
He got killed by the scythe.
Are you supposed to want Bob to die? Because he's a jerk.
I don't think you care about any of these characters because I
Care
couldn't
about
tell the
Lou.
difference.
And
I couldn't tell the difference between any of them.
Bob gets killed with a scythe, and
I knew who
Lou sees
the
it.
cowboy guy was. That was the only one. Charlie
Stan?
Winters.
Charlie
No,
Winters
the
is
ghost. I could tell.
Woody
Like
Strode.
he's the only one I could tell the difference in anyone else.
Pepper
Me
Martin.
too.
And
Me-
Lou,
no,
and
me
Lou,
too.
and Lou, the fat
What
one.
about Pepper Martin?
No, I
Shitty
don't.
husband?
No.
The middle-aged man.
No, yeah.
Rudy the cowboy?
The cowboy, yeah, for sure.
Rudy.
The same as Charlie
Charlie.
Winters.
Okay.
And I knew Lou because they made fun of him a lot.
Yeah.
I just knew him as like a character actor. I'd seen him before.
Yeah.
So as he's smoking outside, Bob gets killed with a scythe. And Lou sees it, and he closes the door real quick, and we don't see it. We don't see anything, except for the axe to the face, aforementioned. But somehow, Bob's wife, Linda, or whatever her name is,
Laura.
she starts screaming like, Bob! She's already lost her dad. Now she loses her shitty husband. That's
Papa John
You're free,
and
girl.
Bob.
You're free.
Laura are you sure it's not Marion or Adriana or Janice or Maggie?
I know it's not Maggie because Maggie's the old lady. That shows
Okay,
up the-
so it's probably Laura.
So there's pounding on the door again. The killer grabs Lou, but the killer gets shot before being able to use the scythe. Woody Strode, Charlie comes up on his horse, and there's a pickup truck behind him, and there's an old couple in it, and the door creaks open, but then we see, oh wait, Lou's still alive, because it was up in the air. Did Lou die? No, he didn't. We see the compass on the ground. It goes back to the painting from the beginning.
But Charlie
and now
shot him.
Charlie shot the other ghost.
the ghost.
With a ghost bullet.
Yeah, with a ghost bullet. Yeah.
It's like in Roger Rabbit,
Yeah.
where you got to get the cartoon gun
Yeah.
to kill a cartoon. But we go back to the stupid clock and back to the stupid
Wait a
figurines,
minute.
and all the heads are
You gotta
gone.
get the cartoon gun
You gotta
where
get
you're
the
like,
ghost gun.
like it's like
If you're gonna shoot a
like,
ghost, you can't use a.
it's like a bunch of
living
country,
gun.
a bunch of country like people like in the fucking bullet case. They're like, oh,
I'm a rootin' bullet.
that's what you gotta do to do this.
I love the weasels. Oh, it's midnight now. All the heads are gone off the figurines, right? And there's a painting of Woody Strode that's dated 1891, and it tells the story over again on voiceover. He was a ghost. Who was
Oh,
the
I
killer?
didn't-
Also a ghost.
I didn't listen to that.
It was just like the shipmen were mean. That's why I thought that was.
What?
That's why I thought that the ghost that is bad was one of the other pirates or whatever.
I don't know. All right. Well, before my kill count, I'm just going to say once again, thank you, Heather, for being a new Patreon.
Yeah, girl.
Also, my copy that I have of this
Mike,
VHS
what?
is $1 charge of tape not rewound. So, Nick, you owe me $1. And
Dude.
no,
Pony up.
Shit.
Get it, pony.
Oh no! Wait, I got a dog.
no, that was from the
Shit,
place
no,
I
no,
rented
no,
it
no.
from.
I would, so this is the only cowboy
Talk
ghost
shit, get
slasher
shot, girl.
I've ever seen. I wish it was better.
Hey,
I don't want your $1.
He's got it.
He does have it.
Y'all can't see it.
That's a dollar.
Isn't that money?
Dollar bill,
so,
y'all.
Actually, Emily's got a knife through my throat, and that was $100. But to all you Patreons out there, that's why we work for you.
She just burnt that dollar bill.
Yeah, and that was $100 bill, and Emily still has the knife in my
I
throat.
used the money to pay off my credit card for buying all of the equipment.
Yeah.
so and
That shit's been
and
paid
it's
off for
still-
years,
and
and she
it's-
still
that's
has
not
the
the-
knife
and
in my
that's not
throat.
the minimum
Locked in the
payment either.
basement,
No,
and,
Emily is a liar.
He just dog
The
food
kill
left
count
over.
is 1 Allen. He is hanged by the unnamed captain's ghost off screen, body found around 20 minutes. 2 is Ross. He's murdered by the unnamed captain's ghost off screen with a cleaver at 26 minutes. Papa John is murdered by the unnamed captain's ghost off camera with a cleaver at 29
Papa John was murdered by his own words, and we all know that.
by 29 minutes. Rod was murdered by the unnamed captain's ghost off screen at 48 minutes. Jerry died off screen. I don't know when because I didn't see that part. I couldn't find it. Andy, his head's bashed into a wall by the unnamed captain's ghost. He's thrown off a balcony and
That
decapitated
shit's-
with an axe at an hour and 13 minutes. Bob is decapitated by the unnamed captain's ghost with a scythe at an hour and 15 minutes. And then the unnamed captain's ghost is shot twice by Charlie Winters, the ghost. Trivia. The production crew made deals with a few companies to use their products in the film. This probably is where most of the budget went, which I couldn't find. These included Dr. Pepper, Frito-Lay's, Kawasaki, I guess that's the rafts, and Nike. I didn't see any of that in there. They should have used Folgers. But anyway, this film was shot in sequence. The director, Byron Quisenberry, did not give his actors the ending to the script. Like, it was such a big fucking surprise. The film was shot in 12 days.
It's a visible killer.
You don't need to know who the killer is. It could be any one of you. It's a ghost.
This was the final film of Bobby Diamond, who played Rod.
That's the biker that stays behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was, most of these people were in a lot of Western stuff, but I'm not going to go into all.
A lot of old actors.
Woody Strode worked for only one day.
That's his.
He played Charlie Winters, while Greg Palmer, who played Ross, worked for 2 days. Greg Palmer, who played Ross, was in Spartacus, The Man Who Shot Liberty Vance, The Professionals, and The Ten Commandments.
Nice.
Were these guys in like episodes of Dallas?
Yeah, no, they were in episodes of like a ton of shit.
Like Stan was in The Big Jake.
One of them was in The Bold and the Beautiful for
John Wayne movies.
Yeah. One of them was in The Bold and the Beautiful for like a long time. A lot of them were stunt guys too.
The skinny little redneck. I recognize him from somewhere.
With this cast, they could have done something better.
I think okay. So the film did gross $1,083,395 by the end of its run. I don't know what the budget was, but I'm assuming the total gross was due to just the names of the people in the movie. But yeah. What do you rate this, Mick?
Oh, wait. I'm going to rate it like 1.5, maybe just a 1.
I'm rating it a 0.25.
Out of 5. Okay, if you're doing that, I'm going to do a 1, man. This movie sucks.
It was awful. Like,
I'm going to go 1. No,
I'm going
it's the worst. It's the movie
0.25.
I'm going to go.
Man, it sucks, dude.
I'm going to go. I got to go 1.
I'm glad it's over. I'm glad we never have to watch it again.
0.75. This is low.
And by the way, the only way that you'll be able to find it, because I let Nick use my VHS, and I had to find a torrent I had to download it off SoulSeek, so Mike and I had a copy to watch.
So Pepper Martin, the professional wrestler who played Bob, was also in Return to Horror High.
Oh yeah. He was the He was the chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the main police officer guy besides Marsha Brady.
Yeah, man. Marsha Brady was on one in that shit.
So, I guess stay gagged on a scythe.
Stay gagged on an axe.
Stay gagged on that ghost nut.
You were supposed to say cleaver. That's what was on the farm implement wall in 1981 Scream. Don't you get the reference?
Stay gagged on the ghost town.
This town...
And stay gagged on all of our social media, Instagram, TikTok, Gag Me with a Knife Podcast, Twitter, Gag Knife Pod.
Yeah.
Money sounds.
I wasn't trying to do that.
And become a Patreon for member shout-outs, fan-requested episodes, bonus exclusive episodes, and early access to episodes. And you'll go to www.patreon.com/gagmewithaknifepodcast to sign up. And you can buy our merch at gagmewithaknifepodcast.com.
Hi, Katie.
And hey, Katie, happy engagement and whatever. And we'll see you next time.
Hell yeah.
When we actually do the real Scream from 1996. We usually we usually don't do 90s movies, but I felt like since Mike has talked shit about Scream, we needed to put him next to.
If you compare the two Screams, I wanted to like this movie so bad.
One of the shittiest movies of all time.
I want to like this movie so much to be like, this is the better Scream.
Hey, talk about it next time, motherfucker.
It's really not.
It's awful. So see you guys.